For we meet in an hour of change and challenge, in an age of both knowledge and ignorance. The greater our knowledge increases, the greater our ignorance unfolds. Despite that, the vast stretches of the unknown and the unanswered and the unfinished still far outstrip our collective comprehension. No man can fully grasp how far and how fast we have come. This is a breathtaking pace, and such a pace cannot help but create new ills as it dispels old. New ignorance, new problems, new dangers. Surely the opening vistas of space promise high costs and hardships, as well as high reward. So it is not surprising that some would have us stay where we are a little longer. Great and honorable actions are accompanied with great difficulties, and both must be enterprised and overcome with answerable courage. If this capsule history of our progress teaches us anything, it is that man in his quest for knowledge and progress is determined and cannot be deterred. The exploration of space will go ahead, whether we join in it or not. And it is one of the great adventures of all time. Those who came before us made certain that this country rode the first waves, and this generation does not intend to founder in the backwash of the coming age of space.
Now it is time to take longer strides in space achievement, which in many ways may hold the key to our future on Earth. In still more impressive successes, we nevertheless are required to make new efforts on our own. But in a very real sense, it will not be one man, it will be an entire nation. But this is not merely a race. Space is open to us now, and our eagerness to share its meaning is not governed by the efforts of others. We go into space because whatever mankind must undertake, free men must fully share.
The growth of our science and education will be enriched by new knowledge of our universe and environment, by new techniques of learning and mapping and observation. What was once the furthest outpost on the old frontier of space will be the furthest outpost on the new frontier of science and space. The great British explorer George Mallory, who was to die on Mount Everest, was asked why did he want to climb it. He said, because it is there. Well, space is there, and we're going to climb it. And the moon and the planets are there, and new hopes for knowledge and peace are there. And therefore, as we set sail on the most hazardous and dangerous and greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
A course which will last for many years. Our efforts in space will be more impressive to mankind or more important for the long-range exploration of space. Will carry very heavy costs, and none will be so difficult or expensive to accomplish. Explorations which are particularly important, and no one can predict with certainty what the ultimate meaning will be of mastery of space.
For the eyes of the world now look into space and to the planets beyond, and we have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of conquest, but by a banner of freedom and peace. We have vowed that we shall not see space filled with weapons, but with instruments of knowledge. Whether this new ocean will be a sea of peace or a new terrifying theater of war, I do not say that we should or will go unprotected against the hostile misuse of space, any more than we go unprotected against the hostile use of land or sea. But I do say that space can be explored and mastered without feeding the fires of war, without repeating the mistakes that man has made in extending his writ around this globe of ours.
Finally, if we are to win the battle between freedom and tyranny, dramatic achievements in space should have made clear to us all the impact of this adventure on the minds of men everywhere who are attempting to make a determination of which road they should take.